In the quiet moments before dawn, when the world is still and the mind rests undisturbed, there's a presence, a hum that runs through everything, connecting all things in a way words can't fully capture. This presence is ancient, older than the stars and deeper than the oceans. It's the heartbeat of existence itself, pulsing quietly beneath the surface of life. We often move through our days without noticing this rhythm. We're too busy chasing thoughts, fulfilling responsibilities, or planning for the future. But if we pause, even for a moment, we might hear it. Not with our ears, but with something deeper, something closer to the core of who we are. It's as though the universe is whispering its truth to us, inviting us to remember what we've forgotten. There's a story we tell ourselves about how we fit into the world. We think of ourselves as separate, distinct from others, distinct from nature, distinct even from our own experiences. This idea feels so natural that we rarely question it. But what if this sense of separation isn't real? What if it's just a veil drawn over the deeper reality of oneness? Think about your body for a moment. Each part, the heart, lungs, muscles, bones, all work together seamlessly. No single piece operates independently. They're all connected, forming a whole that's greater than the sum of its parts. Now imagine extending that same principle outward. What if every living being, every tree, every river, every grain of sand is part of a larger system, an intricate web where nothing exists in isolation? This isn't just a poetic notion, it's a truth woven into the fabric of life. When we look closely, we see connections everywhere. A butterfly flutters its wings in one corner of the world, and the ripples spread far beyond what we can see. A seed falls to the ground, nurtured by rain and sunlight, growing into a tree that provides shelter and oxygen for countless creatures. Everything depends on everything else, like threads in a tapestry. Yet somehow we lose sight of this interconnectedness. We focus instead on differences between people, cultures, ideas, and these divisions create barriers between us. These barriers aren't physical, they're mental constructs, stories we've built up over time. They keep us from seeing the bigger picture, the underlying unity that binds us all. Life is a dance of forces, each playing its role in the grand performance of existence. There's a creative energy that brings new things into being, an idea sparking in the mind, a flower blooming in springtime, a child taking their first steps. Then there's a stabilizing energy that holds everything together, preserving what has been created. Without this balance, the world would spiral into chaos. Finally, there's a transformative energy that dissolves what no longer serves, making room for growth and renewal. Together, these energies shape the flow of life, moving through all things, including us. When we observe carefully, we notice these forces at work within ourselves. Sometimes we feel inspired, brimming with ideas and possibilities. That's creation. Other times, we find comfort in routine, finding strength in stability. And occasionally we let go of old patterns, shedding what no longer fits. That's transformation. These cycles remind us that life is always changing, always flowing, always becoming something new. But beneath these movements lies something constant: awareness. Awareness isn't bound by thoughts or emotions. It doesn't change with circumstances. It's the space in which everything happens, the canvas on which the painting of life unfolds. You might think of it as the silent witness behind all experience, observing without judgment, without attachment. To understand awareness is to begin seeing the world differently. You realize that you're not just the thoughts passing through your mind, or the feelings rising in your heart. You're the awareness in which those things occur. This awareness isn't limited to your individual self. It extends infinitely, connecting you to everyone and everything around you. In this realization, fear fades, and a deep sense of peace takes its place. The concept of all is one and one is all invites us to embrace the profound interconnectedness of existence. Imagine standing on a mountaintop, gazing out at the vast landscape below. From this perspective, the boundaries between forests, rivers, and fields blur. The distinctions we once saw become less significant, revealing a unified whole. This is how life works, not just in nature, but in every aspect of existence. Consider the human body again. Billions of cells work together harmoniously, each contributing to the functioning of the whole. If one cell decides to act selfishly, ignoring the needs of the others, the entire system suffers. Similarly, when we live in harmony with the world around us, recognizing our connection to all beings, we contribute to the health and well-being of the collective. This principle applies not only to individuals, but to communities, ecosystems, and even the planet as a whole. Every action we take ripples outward, affecting others in ways we may never fully comprehend. A kind word, a compassionate gesture, or a simple act of gratitude can inspire positive change far beyond what we imagine. Conversely, harm done to another, whether intentionally or unintentionally, creates disharmony that reverberates through the web of life. Living in alignment with the truth of oneness means celebrating the beauty of diversity while honoring the underlying unity. It means recognizing that every being, regardless of form or function, plays a vital role in the grand symphony of existence. Just as no note in a musical composition is insignificant, no life is unimportant in the cosmic orchestra. Awakening to this truth isn't something that happens overnight. It's more like peeling layers off an onion, revealing what's hidden beneath. The process begins with curiosity, with asking questions like, "Who am I?" or "What is this awareness?" At first, the answers might seem elusive, but that's okay. The journey isn't about finding final answers. It's about exploring, discovering, and letting go of what no longer serves. One way to deepen this exploration is through stillness. When you sit quietly, away from distractions, you give yourself space to listen to the whispers of the infinite thread running through all things. You might start by focusing on your breath, feeling the rise and fall of your chest, the cool air entering your nose, the warmth leaving it. As you do this, thoughts may arise, but instead of following them, you simply notice them and let them pass, like clouds drifting across the sky. Another way is through connection, with nature, with others, with the present moment. Spend time outdoors, walking barefoot on grass or listening to the sound of waves crashing against the shore. Notice how small actions ripple outward, affecting the world around you. Engage with people openly, without judgment, and allow yourself to truly see them, not as labels or roles, but as fellow travelers on this journey. As you practice these things, you'll begin to notice shifts in your perspective. The world will feel less fragmented, more whole. Challenges won't disappear, but they'll lose some of their sting because you'll recognize them as opportunities for growth. Relationships will deepen, filled with a sense of shared humanity. And throughout it all, you'll carry with you a quiet knowing, a certainty that you're exactly where you need to be. So what now? Having glimpsed the truth of oneness, how do we respond? How do we honor this profound connection to all that exists? First, celebrate it. Celebrate the miracle of life, the wonder of existence, the beauty of being part of something so much greater than ourselves. Let joy be your guiding light, illuminating the path forward. Find moments of delight in the simplest things, a sunrise, a smile, a gentle breeze, and let them remind you of the sacredness of the present moment. Second, live in truth. Be honest with yourself and others, speaking and acting from a place of integrity. When we align our words and deeds with the reality of oneness, we create harmony not only within ourselves but also in the world around us. Truth becomes a bridge, connecting hearts and minds, fostering understanding and compassion. Third, do no harm. Recognize that harming another, whether through words, actions, or neglect, is ultimately harming oneself. In a world where all is one and one is all, every act of kindness or cruelty ripples outward, influencing the collective consciousness. Choose love over fear, empathy over indifference, and cooperation over competition. Finally, spread love and joy throughout the world. Share your gifts, your talents, your laughter, and your wisdom with those around you. Be a source of inspiration, lifting others up and helping them see their own potential. In doing so, you become a beacon of light, shining brightly in the darkness and reminding others of the beauty of connection. The beauty of this path is that it doesn't require anything extraordinary. You don't need to climb mountains or meditate for hours on end, though those things can help. All it takes is a willingness to pay attention, to show up fully in each moment with curiosity and openness. Life itself becomes the teacher, offering lessons in every situation, every interaction, every breath. And as you walk this path, you'll discover something remarkable. You're not alone. You're part of something vast and mysterious, something that stretches far beyond what the eyes can see. You're not just a separate entity navigating the complexities of existence. You're the universe experiencing itself through you. This realization changes everything while changing nothing. The world continues as it always has, but you see it with fresh eyes, recognizing the sacredness in every detail. So, take a step forward today. Pause for a moment, breathe deeply, and listen. The universe is speaking to you, reminding you of your place in the grand tapestry of life. Trust the process, trust yourself, and let the whispers guide you home. Live in truth, do no harm, spread love and joy, and celebrate the infinite oneness that connects us all.